rolling, you've probably just haphazardly come across some things that are going to go ahead and happen at SmackDown this week. And speaking of SmackDown this week, it returns to 2 hours, Maddie. And I want to ask you about this because there is some balance to kind of be had here, right? With it being 3 hours and Raw being kind of self-paced or coming to a self-end with the Netflix thing, but with SmackDown only having 2 hours now. A, do you think it'll be paced better, even though it's still network television? But B, do you have enough time now to squeeze in all of the talent and feature all of the talent that you really want to feature?
That's going to always be the issue. They have so much talent, I don't think, but they have so many platforms. You see Speed, you see TNA, different things like that. But I think for the audience, 3 hours is way too fucking much.
Yeah.
So, and ideally, I would love for SmackDown to move to Netflix and adopt that style where it's not timed. You don't know what you're walking into. If it's 2.5 hours, it's 2.5 hours. Usually not. But to me, 2 hours, yes, please, give it to me.
Yeah, 2 hours is definitely better than the 3, and I think Raw is in the sweet spot in terms of runtime, somewhere within that 220 to 240 sort of mark. I did notice, though, this week specifically, especially during the Sheamus and Rusev match, there was like 3 commercial breaks in that match. It was grueling. It felt way more like network television, and look, I get it, and we've said it before. TKO is going to hit that revenue hard, and I'm sure Netflix is not going to be turning down that money either, especially with an audience that is used to commercials within its programming. But it just felt overwhelming this past week, and I mean, it was I don't know if it was where they were inserting it in the match or how often it was, or when they come back from break, sometimes it's only like 90 seconds before they hit another break. To me, Raw itself, it's not the topic of tonight.
Right.
Last night's Raw felt like the worst paced Raw of the new era.
Yeah, there's just so much transition, man. It's a whole between the way their presentation is to the ad revenues. I mean, we've seen how hard they've hit ad revenues on the Fireball, the different logos. So, of course, they're going to drown us with, I think what we eventually get is some kind of premium package where you can watch it ad-free. Oh. And I think that's going to cost an arm and a leg, but that's just another one way for the machine to keep making it rain, you know?
Man, I just watched, you saying that made me cringe because I just watched an episode last night on Netflix, ironically, of Black Mirror. Have you ever seen the show, Black Mirror?
I don't think so.
Okay. There's an episode that very much involves like humans getting implanted with some sort of AI and ads being played like human to human, and it's real.
Christ.
It's real weird. And unless you pay for like the right subscription, then you still have ads in your system. But
getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, exactly. It just made me think of it was weird timing. I just watched that. But anyway, yeah, I am glad that SmackDown overall is back to 2 hours, and hopefully we figure out this pacing situation, whether it be SmackDown or Raw. As you mentioned, Raw really still in its infancy, basically, right? In this Netflix era, we're so new to this still, and things are just going to keep evolving as time goes on. So